Welcome back to the show, everybody. It looks like it's Sunday, Bloody Monday for crypto. My goodness, what a day or two it's been here with a drop in crypto prices below a $1 trillion market cap for the crypto space. And we see that there is the European Central Bank, the Deutsche Bank, and HSBC all talking about digital currencies. What are they saying? Let's roll the beautiful intro and find out.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove at the top of the screen and everything that we're talking about here today. Let's go ahead and get into this. We start with James Rule, XRP, and he reminds us here that Stellar has had some really strong developments, and it looks like it may have a bright future. Let's just take a look at what some of these highlights are. Ukraine government chosen Stellar for central bank digital currency. Biggest regulated USD stablecoin, USDC, coming to Stellar in February. OCC allowed U.S. banks can use regulated stablecoins like USDC starting from February, and the U.S. banks would use Stellar as public blockchain. First bank-backed euro stablecoin from ancient German bank on Stellar. Stellar given attention by World Bank for loans. Coinbase is launching a Visa debit card. It gives 4% rewards in XLM. And let me just pause and take a second to tell you, damn, I'm glad I hold some XLM. 70 billion valued Stripe funded Stellar in 2014 has 2B XLMs. So 2 billion XLMs, potential use for XLM and payments infrastructure. Cross-border remittances between Nigeria and Europe via Crowley and Tempo on Stellar. Lightnet cross-border remittances in Asia on Stellar. Last few things here, both DStock and Anchor USD app allow tokenized stock trading on Stellar as well. Stellar's transaction all-time high happened 2 days ago versus many of the other top coins had the transactions at an all-time high in 2017, 2018. Stellar has integrated a decentralized exchange, and its protocol lets you trade from your wallet. The lowest fees in the market. One transaction cost only that much. And the SDF's Vibrant app exit beta, this US saving app lets you protect your money from inflation by converting your fiat currency into USDX. The app is geared towards South American countries where local currencies are devaluing at an unbelievable rate. An Abra Global Stellar-based financial system will be revealed, it says. So there you have just some of the highlights there for Stellar, and it's exciting to me. I just want to remind everybody, Jed McCaleb was the original creator of the XRP Ledger, and Arthur Brito and David Schwartz were hired by him, and their first year's salary was paid for by the first investor to Ripple, which was Roger Ver from Bitcoin Cash. And obviously Jed left sometime later and started Stellar. He took the XRP open source technology with him and actually developed that and continued to grow it, and that is the Stellar network that we know of. So there's that. Let's look at that before we get to the Sunday Bloody Monday news here in the crypto space. Deutsche Bank Security Service and Hashstacks will collaborate to jointly explore proof of concept related to the technology and practical feasibility of digital assets. You know what this means? Yep, tokenized securities from Deutsche Bank. That's where they're headed. Everything runs on a ledger, a digital ledger. Then we see Cardano, thanks to XRP Crypto Wolf, became the biggest staking network. 69% of its circulating supply is staked. It surpassed Polkadot to become the biggest staking network so far. Polkadot had 60.87% of its circulating supply staked, as was followed by Ethereum 2.0, which only has 1.53% staked. I think that is quite a disparity in the numbers of circulating supply being staked, isn't it? So that's going to be interesting to watch that go forward. I do want to take a second to just shout out to Charles Hoskinson and his videos that he's been releasing over the positions that the social media platforms have been taking. I think Charles has said it better than anybody could, and I hope that you have a chance to hear Charles speak on the matter. And if you haven't, seek it out. It's pretty interesting, and I think all of us should really consider his thoughts that he put forth. I think it really makes a lot of sense. All right, here we see that from Michael Val 5 link. Shout out to you, my friend. Agriculture Bank of China has rolled out ATMs in selected Shenzhen branches that allow customers to convert their bank savings or cash into digital yuan on their smartphones. Now, this is good news to me because, one, I don't want to see China leading the digital revolution or the fourth industrial revolution here. But the reality is this is the kind of pressure that needs to be put on the rest of the world, aka the United States, which I don't believe. I mean, obviously they are last, but I think that is more intentional. I give you a little piece of information on this that just lets me know, why does Brad think that the U.S. is not really lagging behind? Well, of course they are the last to come into the barn here. But I think it's intentional, and I believe that because in large part we've seen the United States be the head or the president of the Financial Stability Board last year, and I think that's important because that is a regulatory agency connected to the G20, and because they have been crafting a framework for the world to follow. It's hard for me to believe that the U.S. has been working on what to do internationally for all the countries and forgot to do what they need to for themselves. I firmly believe that it is to intentionally see the rest of the world upgrade and get to this new system and update the legacy infrastructure or whatever to the new market or financial market infrastructure that's here. And when they do, I think when everything is ready, you will see the U.S. implement what they know they need to do. And I believe some of that is happening and rolling in that direction now. So, not to say that there isn't some different ideas or mindsets about where all of this should be, but the reality is they're going to get it figured out because you cannot sit back and let a country like China just dominate on the fourth industrial revolution. So when I see this, it makes me feel good to know that this cannot just be like a can we constantly kick down the road. That doesn't work. So in my view, this is just great to see because you know that the U.S. will never stand for this. It doesn't matter who's running the country. They're not going to stand for this. So this, to me, is just the kind of pressure we need to ensure that we get a fast resolution to where we need to go. Now, let's move into what has happened over the last 24 hours here. This is from Bond Crypt. He says Bitcoin crash liquidates 262,344 traders. Nearly $2 billion worth of long Bitcoin positions just got liquidated in less than 24 hours. He says, effing manipulation by effing whales at its best. Let's take a look at the market. Let's take a look at the numbers. We look here, and it is a bloodbath. And as I said in the opener, we are below $1 trillion market cap, and Bitcoin is sitting at 33,000 slightly plus. Ethereum down to 1,000 slightly plus here, and we are looking at XRP at 28 cents. Everything is red right now on the 24-hour. My goodness. Sunday, bloody Monday. Now let's keep talking about this because we need to understand as much as we can what happened or what are things we can look to that say, well, this could certainly play a role in this. Okay, we see here from Danny Carney, thank you, Danny, Bitcoin, BTC, nearly 170 billion wiped off currency market as a whole. Again, pointing out that we've slipped below the $1 trillion market cap here. And let's keep moving. Why the price of Bitcoin is not what it seems. Lack of mainstream media coverage of Tether's role in the price of Bitcoin. Long-term damage done by Tether in the confidence of Bitcoin could be immense. This is from Michael File 5 links. And, you know, there is a real point of contention here with the Tether lawsuit. If you're not aware, Tether lawsuit is $1.4 trillion lawsuit. Being taken up by the government here. And I tell you something, you know, there are huge implications that Tether has been obviously pumping the living daylights out of Bitcoin and even other coins at times. And we're about to find out very soon what the impact of that is going to be with Tether and how that does affect the market. So that is one thing we need to pay attention to as we move forward. Okay, another thing we need to pay attention to here from Bond Crypt says JP Morgan strategists say U.S. ETF could sap Bitcoin price. The ETF would erode the Grayscale Trust's effective monopoly, sparking outflows and a slide in its premium to net asset value, which in turn could hurt Bitcoin's price. Now, this seems like something that would be more temporary, right? Not as long-term effect. But, we're going to see something that could be long-term effect here. And British bank HSBC won't accept Bitcoin deposits. HSBC won't let Bitcoiners deposit their profits. Well, now listen. This could be leaning into a problem, right? What is the message here that's getting sent? And that, to me, is the larger narrative. HSBC Bank is putting down their foot. And here's another one that may have a huge impact, and it certainly could be something that is affecting the market if it's encompassed in this. Executive Order 13959 comes into effect on Monday, the 11th, January 21, today. This executive order is basically addressing the threat from security investments that finance communist Chinese military companies. And it goes on and lays out, and it does say that there's a list of companies. Now, obviously, Bitcoin is not a company, but you have heard Steve Mnuchin and even the current administration broadly, and specifically the president, say that they were a national security issue, or Bitcoin was not money, and comments of those nature. So that, that to me says that this could get wrapped up in that aspect. We'll have to find out. We don't know for sure, but I would certainly think that, knowing that 51% of mining control is in China for Bitcoin and Ethereum, by the way, that this may have an impact, and certainly something has had an impact on the market in the last 24 hours. And I mean, until we find out different, I'm leaning heavily that this could be a big impact right here. So market is certainly responding to something or some things. So this is all about trying to figure out what those things may be and how heavily each one may be having an impact. Now, here's another thing that I want to look at, and we start to turn to brighter days here. So this is from XRP Crypto Wolf saying international aspects of digital currencies and fintech 2021 IFM annual meeting, and it may have been IMF, but European Central Bank, Frankfurt, Germany, October 19, 2021. So looking at this document, I wanted to just highlight exactly what they're going to talk about. And I thought I could zoom it here. Here, I think I had it. Yeah. Okay, so here I just want to go down what they're talking about here. The aim of the conference is to bring together high-quality researchers, policymakers. We invite researchers to submit empirical and theoretical contributions, topics related but not limited to the impact of. Now listen to these points right here. Design features of central bank digital currencies and global stable coins on the international monetary system. Are you hearing this? Central bank digital currencies and global stable coins on exchange rates. How many times have you heard me say that this is all about inserting a new money like XRP, possibly XLM as well? We don't know, but, having them paired to every other currency and every other tokenized asset of value, period. Central bank digital currencies and global stable coins on global monetary policy spillovers and spillbacks. Are you getting this? I told you the world is about to get a global stable coin or global stable coins. Now, we already know how it feels about crypto broadly, especially if they feel like it's being manipulated coming out of China. Central bank digital currencies and global stable coins on international roll of currencies. Really? Boy, they are really concerned about this idea of global stablecoins, aren't they? Fintech on international capital flows and global financial stability. Digital currencies and fintech on the effectiveness of capital controls and macroprudential policies. You know, Sunday, Bloody Monday or not, this is where look, I'm the eternal optimist anyway. And this is a buy the dip moment for me at my house. It's not financial advice. But when I see this and knowing that this is the European Central Bank and they're obviously looking at design features of digital currencies and global stable coins and integrating them with global monetary policies and capital flows and exchange rates, this is exactly what I want to see. I know a lot of people are paying more attention to price and the fact that the crypto is bleeding heavily today and over the last 24 hours, but this is what I want to see. So, it's nothing but upside for me from where I'm at. And here's another part that just says, are you paying attention? And I just read to you about all the stable coins, global stable coins, digital currencies. And we remind you that Alan's wants to remind all of us, are you paying attention? Because we were reminded by David Schwartz in 2019 about issuing stable coins on the ledger, and again recently in January, a few days ago. And to go along with that, the Office of Comptroller of Currency put out his letter in January saying national banks and Federal Savings Association authority to use independent node verification networks and stable coins for payment activities. The question for me now is does XRP become a global stable coin? I think the answer is yes. But that's going to do it for me. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Make sure you share with somebody you know. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. They are trusted products and services that I use every single day. And they are absolutely vetted links. So I will catch all of you on the next one.